Hello everyone, my name is Hanan Lakshman Singh and today we're celebrating World Ocean Day and I'm joined by Deacon Joel Thompson and Mercy Associate Elsa Hussein. Now, Ocean Day is an opportunity for us to unite and rally for the protection and restoration of our ocean. But can you explain to me and tell me why is the ocean important for Guyana, Mr. Thompson?
So the ocean, well, it's important for the world, so I'll start with that. And it's very important to know that if you look at our planet from outer space, it looks blue. Many people call it a blue planet because about 70% of our planet is covered by oceans, and then the dark patches of brown continents. So we are a planet filled with oceans, and oceans are filled with life, lots of creatures. Its importance for Guyana, I think, firstly for food. Many of us rely on the ocean for food. I was passing at the restaurant yesterday. I looked at the menu and I saw lots of things for shark, lots of tuna, crab. Who doesn't love a good crab curry? So the ocean is teeming with life, teeming with food. The ocean is also important for those in the fishing industry, provides a livelihood. The ocean is also important for getting goods into our country. So many people we're familiar with, if you're importing a car, you don't bring that by air, you bring that by the ocean, you don't bring that by land. So our marine space is very important. With the advent of oil, our marine space has become even more important. It's something that we should focus on as Guyanese because it has a tremendous economic value. We don't want to pollute our waterways or to make them impassable.
Thank you, Joel, for sharing a bit about why it's important for Guyana from an economic perspective. But are there any other reasons why the ocean is important for Guyana?
I think it's important for us to recognize that the ocean is part of our ecological system. And when that becomes disrupted, so does the ecological balance. I think also in Guyana, we always have to remember that on the coast, we are at least 3.37 feet below sea level. And with the changes with climate change comes high water rising, which can affect us.
Wow. Thank you so much. Now, the theme for World Ocean Day this year is revitalization for collective action for the ocean. Now, you've spoken about the economics, a bit about the biology, but for the ordinary Guyanese, why should they care about oceans?
Well, one is a recreational value. So I didn't mention that many Guyanese, we love to run on the seawalls in the morning, and there's a good reason for that. The ocean provides oxygen for the planet, provides good clean air for us as we're exercising. The ocean also, it has a tremendous cultural value. People love sitting, speaking about life when they look at the ocean. And people love fishing. Fishing is not just an economic activity, it's recreation. Right? I love fishing for recreation. So it's really a part of our culture, really a part of the way that we relax, the way that we say we are Guyanese. You can't say you've been to Georgetown, you've been to the coast without sitting on the seawall and chatting.
That's very true, yeah. And when we think about how important the ocean is, we spoke about needing it for fish, so we need to make sure that the harvest of fish and marine life is sustainable, to ensure that we have a recreational life that is also sustainable as well. So we're thinking about no real action can really take place in Guyana without a fundamental cultural shift. And when we go to the seawall or when we fish recreationally, those are all cultural activities for many Guyanese. But for the Sisters of Mercy and for the Mercy Associates, why is Ocean Day important?
Well, Hannah, I think it's important for persons to know that the Sisters of Mercy, and by extension the associates who support their ministries, social justice is very, very important. And as a result of that, they have a number of critical concerns, one of which is the earth and environment. And so we have to advocate for the cleaning of the ocean. We have to activate because climate change is upon us.
Yeah. But what are some activities that the Sisters of Mercy have in mind with all of this Ocean Day activity? So there's the upcoming Ocean Day conference. Is there anything else, especially for the associates in Guyana?
Well, what we do have is, first of all, a poster competition for young children between the ages of 11 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
That is followed by a conversation just like this one, and to culminate our discussions and activities, we will have an exhibition of the posters. So those are some of the things that we have slated for Guyana. But I also should mention that Mercy World is also actively engaged in advocacy for the oceans.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ms. Alpha. Now, as we're coming to the end of this interview section, for some of our viewers, it might see a bit of dissonance between, the church and, care for the environment. So, Deacon Joel Thompson, can you expand a bit on why this is important for young Catholics in Guyana to care about?
So the church cares about life. Life is good. And God looked on all that God made. God saw that it was good. So the church is very concerned to protect life and to protect it for future generations. And of course, we want the environment, so all the trees that we see, all the lovely creatures in the ocean, we want them to exist. We want them to live for the next generation. So we're very concerned when, as you mentioned, some people do not sustainably harvest fish. They do not sustainably harvest marine life. So that's a concern for the church because we want these creatures to persist through space and time. So life, I think, is the great value. Life is what keeps us going. We're not just concerned about what happens within the church. We're concerned with the kind of water that we drink, the air that we breathe, which is all connected to oceans. So I think any person who's concerned about life should be concerned about World Ocean Day.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. So happy World Ocean Day, everyone.
Thank you.